All right, 31 monsters in 31 days, day 2. Let's see who we're making today. Cyclops. All right, let's get ourselves and get started.
While we're getting started making the basic blob shape that all the monsters in this series are built off of, I'm going to give you a bit of a background on the Cyclops and why I included him on my monster list. I give you a detailed breakdown on how to make the blob shape in this video. It's linked in the description. The Cyclops is a one-eyed giant from Greek mythology. Originally, there were 3 Cyclops brothers who were skilled blacksmiths who actually forged Zeus's famous thunderbolt. However, later Greek poets spoke of a race of cave-dwelling Cyclops idiots. The Cyclops shows up surprisingly often in Renaissance and Baroque paintings, mostly through depiction of the most famous of those idiot cave dwellers, Polyphemus. Polyphemus is an interesting character because he's depicted as both a ferocious man-eater and a bumbling, love-struck giant. In both iterations, Polyphemus allowed painters to depict his giant muscles with dramatic poses and raw emotions, making him a perfect fit for the Renaissance ideals. In modern times, films like Clash of the Titans or video games like God of War or Assassin's Creed Odyssey depict the Cyclops as towering brutes that often have to be defeated. Cyclops also appear in Dungeons & Dragons and the Percy Jackson book series, proving that the character of the Cyclops continues to evolve. I chose the Cyclops to be on my monster list because he's big and goofy, and he's instantly recognizable by that one big eye. There are a few monsters from Greek mythology in this series coming up, but I think it's great that the Cyclops gets to be the first. Here's the dry blob. It's got 4 layers of papier-mâché on it. This is a nice firm base to start with. He's going to be a bit on the larger size because this guy is supposed to be a giant. My next step is to make his teeth and eyeballs because I'll need those to dry before I can add them to his face. I'm sculpting these bits with DOS air dry clay. This clay has a lot of fiber and I really recommend it for a project like this. I'll leave a link for this clay and my other supplies in the video description. I had the bright idea to use a spoon as the mold for the eyeball. I'm just pressing a ball of clay into the bowl of the spoon, and after the clay has set up for a couple hours, I'll pop it out of the mold to continue drying. To make teeth, I'm pinching some balls of clay into some elongated oval shapes, and I'm setting those aside to dry with the eyeball. Here are the clay bits all dried. I'm going to give them a light sanding with these nail files I like. They'll be in the supply list in the description. Don't forget to protect your lungs while sanding. We're going to do a bit of painting now too. I just think it's going to be easier to paint these pieces now versus after the sculpture is assembled. I base coated the eyeball in white, then gave each of the teeth a couple coats of yellowish off-white. He is a monster. I don't think he has a toothbrush. I'm going to use a circle template to paint the iris and pupil on his eye now too. I usually wait to paint the eyes until after they're attached to the sculpture so that I can make sure that both eyes are looking in the same direction, but since the Cyclops only has one eye, I don't have to worry about that here. When the paint is dry, I'm putting a glossy UV resin top coat on the eye to finish it, and also to protect it from the additional papier-mâché I'm going to do in a minute here. Now I can bring my blob back in. I'm attaching the eyeball with hot glue. While that glue cools, I'm going to use some black paint on the mouth area. This paint will make sense as the sculpture comes together later. I'm using some of my papier-mâché paper here to make some eyelids. If you want to know more about my papier-mâché method, I've got a whole video breaking down my glue recipe, the type of paper I use, and all that good stuff. I'll link it down in the video description. So I'm using a brush to coat the paper in some watered down glue, folding the paper in half, and wrapping the folded edge around the eyeball. Then I can blend the torn edge into the sculpture. I'm giving him a very gummy smile by wrapping the root of each tooth in some papier-mâché paper and sticking it onto the mouth I mapped out with paint earlier. I'm using a little dab of hot glue on the back of each tooth to make sure his teeth don't fall out later. Once I've got the teeth all placed, they're looking a little separate and disjointed, so I'm using some small bits of paper to blend the gums together. Now I want to give him a big pouty lower lip, so I'm drawing a curve onto some of my papier-mâché paper here, snipping some tabs into the paper down to that line, then using those tabs to hold a rolled up wad of paper that becomes his lip. I'll use a few more bits of papier-mâché over the lip to smooth and secure everything in place before wrapping it onto my Cyclops smile. I'm keeping it a lot more simple for the top lip. This is made in a really similar way to the eyelids. It's just a folded up and glued strip of papier-mâché paper. I'm also giving him some nice big ears made out of a scrap of Bristol board and aluminum foil. I like to add some bulk to the back of the ears too. And I'm covering those with papier-mâché. I'm also making him a tiny nose out of foil too. Gosh, I spent way too long fussing on this stupid little nose. I didn't give myself much space to work a nose in between his top lip and his eyeball, but I feel like he needed to have a nose. I don't know, for what it's worth, I spent way too much time fussing with this. So here he is with all the last bits of papier-mâché dry. I decided to paint him blue. A few of the Cyclops drawings I had seen online were blue, and I thought this color would suit him. So I'm building up a couple coats of light blue on the top of the sculpture with a darker marine blue on the bottom. At this point, I'm going in with some UV resin inside his mouth to give it a glossy wet finish in there. And I'm finishing my paint job by adding some highlights and lowlights with sponges and washes. Now he's all dry, but as a finishing touch, I'm gluing a bit of black felt onto the base. I think this is a nice way to polish off the finish. And here's our finished Cyclops. Do you like him? Is there anything you would have done differently? Thanks so much for watching to the end. If you could hit the like button or leave me a comment, I'd so appreciate it. Since I'm a smaller channel, anytime you interact, it really helps me out because it tells YouTube this video is worth watching. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If you want to see it early, it is already up on my Patreon. And again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.